Hey guys, I thought I'd go ahead and give you a little quick rundown to sync your repository. So here we go. So right now, what I've done, um, let me do this real quick so you can see it better. All right, so what I've done so far is I have cloned. I'll show you. All right, so this is where our repository is in the school thing. So what I've done is I forked it, and that puts it into my repository. So on my profile, I now have it here. So now this is my fork. So then you clone your fork and you do the git clone that. So I've already done that. As you can see, I have it right here. So now we go into it, git status. All right, now my branch is up to date with my origin. Now I can see my origin by doing a git remote, and I can see that it's set to my repository. So it's set to sync to my repository. Now, I actually want to set up my remote as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a git remote set add upstream. I'm going to do this number, but instead of my profile name, I'm going to add in the profile name from the actual fork. So it's going to be umkc-cs-451-2018-FA. And I did git remote, oh, git remote add upstream. I think it's just git remote add upstream. So delete that. So let's do that one more time. umkc.cs-451-2018-FA. So that worked. So git remote-v. I can now see my upstream. Okay, so let's say that I have changes. We're going to go ahead and just add a README. Start of the project. Commit the new file. So now that committed it to my local fork. So now this branch is one commit ahead of our master branch, which is in this repository. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pull from our local. Okay, let's try that again. No, I don't want to do it like that. All right, so now I have pulled in that. All right, so now when we want to submit our changes, so I want to now do a pull request. This is what would be different. This is the new thing. So now this is where we would create our pull request. So now if you make changes to our project, you say, I did this stuff explained here. And then you create the pull request. Now, it'll say merge pull request. If it is a huge change, something that is code worthy and it isn't comments or testing, you do not hit this. You are done. So you're essentially done here. Because if you do this, you're going to merge it and you're going to mess up our master branch. So what you need to do is just leave it like that. And then that's when you go to Slack and say, hey, I have this done. And then we can all look at it. So this is the main repository. And everyone else can say, hey, there's a pull request there. And then you can say, see who did it. And you can see the descriptions and you can see the commit and you can see what file changed. If you say it's okay, you can have people can approve. I'm the author, so I can't approve my own. Uh, so on and so forth. And after that's done, after some people go through that pull request, be like, okay, it's good. As long as there's a reviewer or two, just confirm the merge, boom, it is now merged. So now our master branch has the README. Now let's go back to this. Okay, so now this is still our local branch, and we just merged new changes to the master branch. So let's say I didn't have this in my local branch. I want to merge, or I want to sync my code with what's currently updated. So say I'm behind, so get status, get fetch. So now I'm going to get fetch the upstream, and it's going to make me log in again. And so you can see here, after I get fetch the upstream, I am fetching, rather syncing, what the remote branch I called upstream. And if you remember, get remote v, the I called the master branch upstream. So when I fetch the upstream, I sync all this stuff. Now, this won't necessarily push all this information into my repository. So if there is a change, sometimes it'll say this many changes from upstream. And then you would just do a get add and get push or get commit. And then you would add those changes from the master into your local branch. All right, and that should be everything you need to know for now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.